Hey guys, it's Octavia. I am here with my week 104 VSG update. It's been 2 years since my vertical sleeve gastrectomy procedure was done, and I'm alive. I'm still here. It's been a while since I've kind of talked to y'all, so I wanted to just make a video. I guess for old time's sake. I know in the beginning I ran right into it. I mean, every week I was doing a video, or maybe every 2 weeks I was doing a video, and I wanted to keep up with the process. I wanted to have more or less like a timeline of how my process was going, and then life kicked in and I wasn't able to do every video. But from other folks who've been through this, they do the same thing. I've seen videos countless of times of people that, you know, in the beginning they were constantly on it doing updates, and then, you know, life gets in the way. So week 104, it's 104 weeks. Can't believe that. So 2 years. Let me just begin with my stats. First, I've always been overweight, even as a kid. When puberty set in, I got a little chunky and I started gaining weight. So over the years, ups and downs of weight loss, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, I decided that I would need a tool that would assist me in getting me further along down the road. So 2016, I decided that I wanted to have vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, and I had an amazing physician, Dr. Samuel Bledsoe. He was at Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital in Alexandria, Louisiana, and such an incredible surgeon. I can't elaborate enough about how precise this guy is. I mean, he's amazing. He's good at what he does. And I've often said it, when you have a certain skill set, and you should do everything with excellence. I mean, if you do one thing in life, do it well. And he does it well. So grateful. And I often say that, you know, Jesus saved my soul, but Dr. Sam saved my life. And I'm very, very grateful for that. So 260 pounds. I began my weight loss journey, 260 pounds 2 years ago. And so this morning I weighed, and I've got to be transparent with you guys. This morning I weighed 197.6. And initially I had almost a total weight loss of about 80 pounds. And now, as you can see, if you do the math, it's around a little bit over 63. So I gained about 12, 13 pounds back. And I was told that that would possibly happen. But in the beginning, you're not trying to hear that. You were saying, hey, I'm getting ready. I'm going to do this. I'm going to beat the odds. And it's just something about the body. I don't understand the physics of it, but I do know that most surgery patients, they gain a percentage back. Now, how much you decide to keep off, you know, I do think that we have some part to play in that, and I'll get into that just a little bit later. So I wrote down some things so that I don't ramble on this time around. So I must say that regardless of a few pounds increased, it was still the best decision ever, the best decision ever that I've made, you know, as it relates to my health, as it relates to my body. And it seems like my body wants to stay within the 190 zone, and I don't understand it. I know, you know, I can go 2 weeks and I'll drop down to 190. I'll drop down to 188. And then Shark Week shows up, and then we get put on a few pounds. Or there's an event going on and we put on a few pounds. So, excuse me while I sip my tea this morning. So regardless of that little bit of weight gain, there's still an overall percentage that I've lost, and I'm excited. Now, I struggle with something. I struggle with body dysmorphia, and I know that I do. I look in the mirror and I see things. I don't see the 260 pound girl, but I see the girl that's not just right. And I don't understand by whose standards I'm setting that, but I think I know that I can lose 25 more pounds. And part of me, I must forgive myself, because I feel like I should have lost more. I have other folks who have had the same surgery and they have lost a number of pounds. They've kept it off. Some have gained it back. So I'm grateful that I haven't gained all of that weight back, but I still know that I could be stronger. I'll begin by saying this. I hadn't exercised in quite some time. Had some life changes, career changes, different things. And life happens, and it makes you prioritize things that are, in your opinion at that time, most important. And unfortunately, weight loss, exercise fell down on the scale of importance at the time. I must say that I have continued to keep my vitamins. I do my vitamin patch every day. For about 2 weeks, I had stopped taking my extra biotin and vitamin D, and I began to feel my body. I could feel that something was going on in my body. So I started taking my extra pills as well, extra vitamins. Protein shakes, I continue to do them. I got off of those a couple of weeks, only because of keto, and I'll get into that just a little bit later. But I decided to kind of do a lazy keto and still implement my protein shakes. I just feel like it worked. I always say what worked in the past, stick with it. Just stick with it. And I think part of my weight gain was because I didn't stick with it. So part of the reason that I put on about 13 pounds or so is because I got back into old habits, got back into watching the movies and buying the pizza. But the pizza this time was different. I got the thin crust, but I really didn't need it. And I remember sitting with my doctor and asking him a question in the beginning stages. I mean, this was right after all the liquids. And remember, if you ever had this journey, if you've ever been on this journey, we had the whole stage of liquid diet and all of that, and then you got to the soup and the sugar-free pudding and all of that. And I remember asking him, I said, how can I be successful? And he said, steer clear of breads, pastas, and rice. And I said, okay, great. Well, in the beginning, you can do that. In the beginning, you probably don't have as many cravings for it, and you say yes. But little bit by little bit, you ease a little bit more back into your diet. And I must say, I don't really keep bread in the home. I don't keep rice in the home. We do have some brown rice, but that's not something we always put in our diet. But there are things that we do that's not right, you know. So over the course of 2 years, I have eaten a burger again with the bread, and I recognized what I learned from all of my teachings and my training leading up to the surgery, that I shouldn't go down that road unless it's going to be bunless, no bread, no carbs, because it's true. You know, you can win at this journey. You've been given the tool to do so, and you can either take the hammer and you can take the nail and you just get after it every time, chiseling that weight off. Or you can decide to take that hammer and put it aside back in the tool chest and say, you know, I'm not going to do this. So the choice is ours. With that being said, my life after VSG has been different. I try my best to remember what I went through, remember what I did the first 52 weeks. I was very mindful. I do keep water. I still document my water. I've got to show y'all this. This looks really weird, and I'm okay saying that I'm weird. I have an Excel sheet that everything I eat, I document. The good, the bad, and the not so good. I still document it. Sometimes I forget, and so in my Excel sheet, I'll put I didn't log that day. But ever since this journey, I don't know if you can see this, I log every day everything I drink. Everything. I mean, from water. We're supposed to drink, for my body weight, I normally try to do maybe 90 ounces of water itself. And I can do sugar-free. I can do 0 Powerade and all that. That's fine. Also, I can do, I do include my protein shakes as my liquid. But every day, there's like pages, notebooks of this. And then what makes me weird is that I transfer it to an Excel sheet. So every day I don't get into the Excel, I kind of like jot down what I'm drinking, and then I transfer it so that I can have history. I want to have that baseline of what I began with, and then I can look back and tell you what I weighed. And I will tell you this, for my first year SURGVERSARY day, I weighed 190, because I can go back and look. This morning I was 197. So yeah, a year later, I gained 7 pounds, but that was a whole year. I promise you, next year, I will not be 197. With God's help, I really want to get down. My goal weight is about 20 pounds, a little bit less than what I weigh right now. So I will do my best to work in that area. My husband's phone is going off. So moving on, there is exercising. I have not done as much. I'm going to begin doing that again. Without exercise, the older you get, you need exercise to continue. You need exercise. You must continue to move forward with that. Habits, I'm working on the habits. If I can do better with the habits, it'll be really good. Habits of not, eating the wrong things. Habits of, if you go into the movies, do you really need the popcorn? Well, yeah, sometimes. You want the popcorn, doesn't mean you actually need it. So just make better choices, and that's what I'm learning with life after VSG. Also, keto. Keto, I know a lot of nutritionalists say that keto is like a fad diet. I can tell you this. I went on keto for about a week and a half. I think that's not like it lasts. I lost 7 pounds in 1 week. It really wasn't bad. And I actually did the lazy keto, which means I had a cup of coffee with all of my stuff in there that I shouldn't have. So if I was strictly with no sugar at all, I know I would have lost more. But it's more like the lifestyle change. It really wasn't about, in my opinion, it really wasn't about actually having the number on the scale. For me, it was more or less about getting my mindset right. My husband, I put him on the same plan, and he lost a little bit more than he should have. He lost like 16 pounds, and that was scary for him because he was doing some intermittent fasting with it. So I told him to kind of chill out on that. But the keto diet, from what I understand, keto works. I mean, it's stuff that we already do. Really, at least 20%, 20 grams of carbs. Protein, you need to have protein, but high fat. And I think that's what's hard to wrap your mind around, eating the fat. And I don't understand all the science of it, but I can tell you what works. And as long as my body isn't really, I guess if my body is not benefiting from it, then I shouldn't do it. But from what I've seen, it has benefited. So with that said, again, I'm 2 years out and I have not gained all of my weight back. I've only gained a really small amount of it back. But the doctor said that would possibly happen. So for all of you folks that are considering having the surgery, if you can do it on your own, great. I commend you. But do not feel shamed if you need someone to assist you. Please don't feel ashamed. Just, it's better to use that help. And, I think one of my biggest issues, it's my iron deficiency. I suffer a lot. I'm anemic a lot. Part of that's my problem because I don't like taking the iron pills. They're just weird. They make me feel sick. But I'm going to try to get in some more meat that is loaded with iron that will help me. But if I look at it and I weigh those two options, heck, I am okay with that. A little bit of iron deficiency, whether than, besides weighing 260, 70 pounds, no, I'll fight this puppy, So anyway, it's my two-year SURGVERSARY date. It's still the best decision I've ever made. I'm still grateful for Dr. Sam. I'm grateful for all of my friends who have been on this journey with me. If my pictures, I haven't put any pictures on YouTube, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, it's Octavia's Music. I have a lot of my pictures on there. I did a photo shoot last October. I'll probably have to do another one once I lose 25 more pounds. I'm also on Facebook, Simply Octavia, and on Snapchat, Octavia's Music. So I hope that I can encourage some people. Never give up with this. I know that sounds so cliche, but you can't. You have to keep on talking to people. You must continue to talk. Out of sight, out of mind. And I do kind of weigh more often than I should. But I think if I weigh very often, it keeps my mind focused on this number. I need to do something with this number. And I do believe I'll come to a point where the scale may not matter to me, but I really honestly don't know that. I don't know that. I think I've been weighing for years now, and having done so has allowed me to look at my weight and keep it at the forefront of my mind. Because if you don't watch it, you'll gain 10 pounds, 20. Next thing you know, you're up to 50 pounds. And you've got to tell folks that you had weight loss surgery and it failed you. I'm not sure if it did fail us or if we had something to do with it. Now, some folks, they're with the wrong, they don't have the best physician and it doesn't work well for them. No judgment. I'm just saying, before you blame the weight loss surgery, check within and see, have you changed your habits? Because I'm a living proof, honey. I'll start eating cookies. I actually ate a piece of brownie. I ate 2 pieces of brownies after I ate my thin crust. Not consecutively. I needed time for it to go down, and then I ate the brownie. Who does that after weight loss surgery? Folks who went back on their plan and went back to the old habits. So before we say weight loss surgery failed us, maybe we're the ones who's doing the work. So with that being said, no condemnation. Just an idea for you to think about what you've done and do your best. So, hey guys, thank you for all of those who have followed me through this 2-year process. I don't know if I'm going to make another video. I want to get to the 2-year. I may come up. If I do, once I lose some more weight, I probably will, but I don't want to bore you with just life stuff that I do every day. I am a singer. I do kind of ministry more now than anything, and that's my focal point. But I do want to encourage folks, so I will try to continue to encourage you on social media. Social media is not a huge thing for me, but I know that it's pertinent to our lifestyle right now, so I try to use it the best way possible. But anyway, hopefully these videos have helped you, and it may be a little while before I post again, just giving you a heads up. So it's not that I'm just dropping off. I just want to be realistic. There's not much I can say other than my diet and my health and my lifestyle of what I eat, how I eat, exercising. So I may do some clips on Instagram if I'm at the gym or if I'm at the track. I'll do those, but making one of these videos, I'm going to give it a little bit. But thank you for following me up until this point. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, Simply Octavia, and hit the little bell down there. And thank you. I appreciate your prayers and your support. This is not an easy journey, but it is one of the best decisions ever. So I'm going to head on off to my day, drink some more of my tea, and I'm going to keep on smiling. And yet I smile. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.